Welcome to the Smite Force Chronicles, first game of 2024. Freeing Tyrros, I believe, is the thing. And I just realized that Erin's not with us.
No, she'll
be coming late.
30 minutes late.
Oh, okay. That's all good. All good.
Which means 5 minutes from now.
Well, because we start late. And I do have a hard stop after this because, life. So when we were last here, this is what we were just discussing. When we were last here, Santa appeared, whisked you away to the Krampus, at which point you had many paths you could take to free some children from his clutches, right? And remember, Krampus only takes the naughty children. And what you guys realized was that these kids were just horrible. Like, you remember how horrible these kids were, like, right? For anyone who was on the fence about having kids, these kids probably convinced you that maybe you don't want to go down that path. So instead of saving the two horrible, snotty, rich children, you saved the 30 other children that were just, borderline naughty. They were redeemable. So the other two kids you felt were not redeemable. And before you could really do anything and move too much in one direction or another, those children popped, like literally just popped, because their timer was up and the two kids exploded in glorious red mists in front of you in that cage. However, you made a bit of a friend in Krampus, and towards the end, the backstory was that actually he and Santa were pretty good pals, and they're opposite sides of the same coin, right? One rewarding the good kids and one punishing the bad kids. So in his mind, he's basically a version of Santa. You got some gifts. You have some Santa hats, right? I'm not going to tell you what they do. You guys can figure that out for yourself. But here we are back here. So before the Krampus experience, and by the way, it was interesting because you could have murder hoboed your way all the way through that level, and you guys didn't do a lot of killing. You did a lot of negotiating. It was a very calm group. You got through it pretty quick. I was pretty impressed. But anyway, before Santa whisked you away, you guys were here. You had made your way to the Wayward Spirit, discovered that Tyrros has been locked away in a cellar. Made your way down. You cleared the sort of the upper the atrium of that room, and then because you had disguises, Stephanos, I believe, took Dinjarin. Was it? Was that who you took?
Yep.
Yeah. So Stephanos went into the southern room, went through that door because she has a key, unlocked the door, walked through, and got a read of the rooms and realized there's a whole lot going on down there. Saw where Tyrros was, and then sort of stealthily went back out, right? Into safety, basically saying we'll be right back. So you guys started to regroup, and then Glory, you opened the door to check things out, saw some bad guys, threw an alchemist fire into the room and exploded it. And I believe Dinjarin, what were your words? Don't miss?
I don't remember.
I think it was don't miss, because I watched it last night. I think it was don't miss. And Gloria, unfortunately, you missed. But you now have, that room is now 100% aware of, like, why would a cultist walk in and blow up, an alchemist fire? So that's sort of the state of now. I'm going to look at the combat tracker.
So Dinjarin sort of jinxed the Glory in a way. Like, don't miss. And
yeah, kind of. Yeah,
I put the pressure on.
I say you guys blame Dinjarin because that's usually a good bet. So I'm going to take, and I need to put you all into, whether, we don't know what's going to happen yet, but you're all going into combat. So let's do this. And put you into combat. So we're going to start 2024 with some scheming. And I need you all to roll for initiative, please.
Ah, so nice. First roll.
And for those who eventually want to use real dice, there's that conversation we can have too. There's a way to use real dice now. It's kind of cool. It does require a lot of trust, and I trust that you guys wouldn't fudge your numbers because, that would just sort of ruin the game for everybody. But wanted to throw that out there.
Question.
Oh, I got to roll for
Why
12.
is there a little fire icon in the back of the room?
Oh, let me. That was Santa Claus, I think. Let me take care of him.
Santa Claus comes in hot or he doesn't come at all.
He's ready to murder everybody in the room below. When
How's
it's
that?
not Christmas, Santa's quite the adventurer.
Yeah, Santa's. He did you guys no favors throwing you into the coots with Krampus there. So, there is one last thing that I have to do that will make me just giddy as crap. So hold on 1 second. You guys should start scheming based on what you know. Go ahead and talk. None of you are going to see what I'm doing. Let's see.
Question: we have memories of the events with Santa, right? It's not like that was something that happened and then it was like,
No, you have memories.
Did that happen?
You completely remember it.
Okay, got it.
All right, there you go, Tyrros.
Ah.
Yeah.
So should we just leave and hope that Tyrros remembers the gift that we were given, everyone?
Yeah. That's a. Or gaseous form. Go give him an elixir of greater healing. We'll probably get attacked in that time, but then or we just trust him.
Yeah, I like that plan. I just
Or-
don't know if we want to find him in there or out here.
Or we do what old Dinjarin would do and just say murder our way through this bitch.
I don't think we're gonna survive, to be honest. Like, it's pretty bad.
I've had a good run. Dinjarin's always willing to kill people. Old Dinjarin. But if you guys want to, like, I don't have to do that anymore.
We did outsmart a
They are
guy.
bad though, so.
I'm fine with whatever. So my original plan was just gaseous form, go, be very,
I need to attune to the Santa hat. I think we all need to attune to it before we can use it.
Well,
What was that voice? I heard like a weird ringing, like someone was trying to talk to us from a different room. So strange.
Maybe it was from behind the door.
Echo.
I do have 2 elemental gems that I could throw in there and have the elementals try to take care of everybody in there.
have another fireball.
Downside though is I don't know if the elementals would not hurt Tyrros. I don't know how, like, with the door closed, how I would control him. So there is that downside. I think we just set up a pinch point, and as they come out, we just take them out and hope the bodies block the doorway so they can't easily all come out.
So as a reminder to Stephanos, right? What you saw was you didn't see Tyrros sitting upright in a cage, eating a biscuit. He was crumpled on the floor. He's out cold, right? He's unconscious. Just as a reminder, because I know you guys are scheming about the hats, which is a pretty interesting idea. But Stephanos, you would know that like he has no way to put on a hat because he's unconscious.
Right. We definitely.
And as indicated in the chat, that I am now unconscious, prone, incapacitated.
Yeah, I selected a bunch of wrong statuses, so only one of those is true.
Well, I can gaseous form in there and heal. That would be great, undetected. So we can at least get him unprone and fixed up before we start attacking. I don't know, Glory, if you're able to pick locks or do anything else while you're in gaseous form. Okay, you just sprayed.
I think Glory would have to turn into a gaseous form and then materialize next to Tyrros. I would assume. I don't know if gas should be able to go through a door. Gas.
Yeah. There's yes, Glory. You see that there's plenty of room under the door for gas to go through. So normally, I think normally Tyrros is the leader of this ragtag, and I would say, "Hey, Tyrros, you guys are sort of spinning. What are you going to do?" He can't really do that now, so I'm going to ask the rest of you, who is your leader? Don't everyone speak at once.
I think it's Glory at the moment. Glory has the plan.
All right. Oh, Glory stepped away.
I know. That's why I volunteered her.
That's a good move. That's what I like to do as well. So when Glory gets back, we will. Oh, look, there's two of me. It's very weird. When Glory gets back, we will enact her plan.
Here's the thing. They know we're here, so while we're discussing, I'm assuming they're also trying to figure out what just happened. Should we go out the door and look?
Right.
So I think we're running out of time. I say we just open the door and fight. First, keep in mind, I have the intelligence of a gnat. So I'm just like, well, our only option at this point is to fight.
I'm trying to remember if Glory. I believe. Did Glory was she Glory? Were you disguised? I just put your disguise on because I couldn't remember if you were disguised or not.
No, I wasn't.
Okay, then I'm gonna turn your disguise back on.
Oh, so they do know that someone is attacking them who is not one of their friends.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's I had to remind myself of that. Yeah. Exactly.
Well, no. So yeah, I am not a friend. I was brought down by Tempe, I think, and then I.
Oh, that's right.
headbutted
Glory and
one of the dudes, and then ran for the door, and then threw the fire in. So they know it's.
yeah, Glory and I were the only ones who weren't in disguise when we came down.
I wasn't in disguise.
So
I was a hostage too.
because it was a month ago, guys.
Oh, okay.
So just know that what's happened is you guys have come down. You've dispatched this upper room. There's a handful of you that were disguised as Black Cult of the Dragon. The lower room is only aware of Stephanos, of one Black Cultist, Dinjarin, and Glory. That's all that they know of for sure. They don't know about the rest of you, just as a reminder, right? They saw a Black Cultist come in, sort of him and haw, and decide to take the prisoner back out. Did a be right back, and then the next person who popped through the door was Glory, threw a bunch of fire at him, and now the door is shut. So that's sort of the state of where you are. Dinjarin, just sort of your intuition is not wrong. Like, you don't throw, like, imagine right now if we were at a meeting at work and someone opened the door, threw a thing of fire into the room, you'd have a little bit of like a what the fuck sort of amount of time while you're trying to like wrap your head around what just happened, but you're probably not going to like stay the course, right? So just throwing that out there for you.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to walk over and throw my fire elemental gem into there and just let it wreak havoc. You guys agree? Anyone have any
we have to
qualms against that?
Well, that sounds
no,
great.
I don't. Do we have any combat order?
Yeah, I say like you can do that, but you're already in combat. So Tempe is up first. So if you guys want to wait for Dinjarin, who's halfway through the stack, like I'm more than happy to let you do that. And I don't think you guys see all of the bad guys until they take their turn, right?
No, usually we see them, but I think because the door's closed, we wouldn't see them.
Yeah, we just know there's a buttload of them in there.
Yeah, and
Like there's a
Stefano
couple
shared
of
that with you.
spiders, some mages.
So there you go. So it is what it is. All right. So Tempe, we're gonna start this thing. I'm gonna hit begin combat. You are up, my friend.
Ooh, there's a doggy there.
Oh, cool. Dog cam.
I am trying to activate lightning arrow, but it's like blanked out on my sheet.
What do you mean?
In
Like
the
grayed
chat,
out,
it's
like
saying
it's not.
automation is outdated. There, look in the chat, Thomas. There's something wrong with the automation of that his thing.
Okay, how about now? That shouldn't really have anything to do with it.
Roll. Here we go. Working.
All right. So
Consume.
while I'm going through all of you and updating animations while I do that.
All right. I'll be sure to keep my concentration and pass it to Tyrros.
All right. So Tyrros, what we're going to do for you? Hold on. Give me 2 seconds because it's going to flood the chat window while I'm doing this. Are you guys seeing all of those updates coming through? Yeah. So give me 2 shakes of a lamb's tail here. I have 2 more of you to do, and then I'm done. I didn't realize that you have to manually update these automations. That's news to me. So, but they're worth it. They do all that fancy stuff that you guys enjoy. I will say now, Tyrros, thank you for being so hurt because I finally got to see one of you all bloodied up in the in that I wrote that little module that puts your picture, and the more hurt you are, the more blood is all over your face. So that delights me. Okay, you guys are all updated. I have to remember to do that from now on. Thank you for troubleshooting it, you guys. So Tyrros, all right, I need you. I'm gonna have you do a roll. Let's do an epic roll to see if you
Everybody
can.
else seen Thomas twice.
What's that?
The Drobot and the Thomas. Has everybody seen him twice?
Yeah, it's 2. I have 2 accounts. One is for the cameraman and one is for me. Although it's probably distracting seeing me twice, right? Should I turn off one of the videos? You think? I think so.
Whatever. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't doing something. Okay.
You are hallucinating. There we go. All right, so I've updated David. All right, so let's go to Tyrros. Skill check. And hold on. Ability check. Constitution. DC 10. Show DC. And I need you to roll to see if you come to.
Check that constitution.
Normal or with disadvantage?
Normal. So Tyrros, I'm going to remove something from you. So you feel sort of the world around you sort of swirl. You open up your eyes, and they're sort of blurry from a combination of sweat and blood, and it dawns on you pretty slowly that you are back in the cage in an incredible amount of pain. So while Santa may have given you a hat, Santa did not give you a get out of jail free card, right? Like, you are where you are. Someone used a new bio break thing. Yay! And that message changes every time you do it, just so you know. But anyway, so you sort of come to, you're not in any position, to do much, but you are at least cognizant of what's going around you and awake. And as you sort of slump against the back of the cage, you see, a couple of the cultists sort of like spin around, and sort of give you that look of like, don't try anything. So, they're keeping an eye on you, especially sort of the one who, to your best knowledge, seems to be in charge.
Oh, okay.
All right, so, and that's really pretty much all that you can do on your turn. And just so you know, the inventory that you have on your character right now isn't real. So.
Oh, okay, yeah. No, I assume I have no inventory on me.
All right, so somebody's moving, and that ends his turn. So Glory, you're up against that door. And the door opens up.
Oh, it does?
It does. And you're now face to face with a whole lot of bad looking people. Now, because you were at the door, I'm going to basically say you were implied ready, right? Because you were facing at the door. So you can have one opportunity attack. Oh wait, this person needs to be one step closer because he opened the door. There. You can have one opportunity attack on this bad guy before he takes his turn. So that basically means you can do a melee attack.
Okay.
On Senalita.
Okay.
So you target them, and then you choose whatever melee weapon you're holding is the one you can.
I think
use.
it's my wand of paralysis that I'm holding.
All right.
Okay. So I'll
So
just do
go ahead
that.
and target and do your worst.
Wand will consume its final charge. What?
Oh. So you've used it a
thought-
couple of times. Wand of, because you guys used it on the river, remember? And I'm going to give you. I won't tell you this all the time, but if I go look at that thing, it's what's it called? The wand of
Paralysis. It's after a certain amount of time, it recharges itself. It's if I use it all at once, it will be destroyed. But if
Yes.
it's over a certain amount of time, then it recharges itself. So it's been over a day since the ferry
Have you guys long rested? Where did you long rest?
on the boat.
Would you guys long rested after or before?
On our barge.
Because I'm being honest. I don't recall. I'm not trying to say you didn't. I'm just
It
trying to
was
understand.
before we got to the festival.
Yeah, we got to the festival and did everything at the festival, and then we long rested somewhere before we came out for.
Okay.
I had the tent because I won the tent with the special tent with the.
All right.
Yeah, I think we rested before or something like that.
Okay, so hold on. Let me look at this real quick. Give me you guys two shakes. It has 7 charges, and I think that might be the issue. Is that it looks like it says it thinks it only has 1 charges.
Right.
Okay, so it needs to be updated to 7. 7 maximum uses.
Greg.
Available uses is now 6. Or no, it's 7 because it's recharged, right? And how long? What's the duration that it does a paralysis for?
Shoot. Hold on. 7.
Is it
1 minute. Yeah.
Okay, that's accurate then. Okay, cool. So let me hit update, and now it should say 7 of 7. Right? 7 of 7 is
Well, it says using this wand will consume 1 charge of 7 remaining. So I'll use
There you go.
ability. Cool.
Yay.
Thanks.
All right. Thank you for keeping me honest, you guys. It's just been so long since we played this actual campaign. It's pretty exciting. And I'm seeing all of you guys. It's so delightful. Can't wait for Aaron to join. All right, so go ahead and take your turn.
Okay. Sorry. I need to. Sorry. Do I need to do something? I'm sorry.
Yeah, you need to roll. You need to use your wand. I think you need to roll it.
I did.
Wand of paralysis. You've got them targeted. Talking about succeed at DC, so it should be.
I clicked the dice next to wand of paralysis.
And then it just said wand of paralysis.
Yeah. I'll do it again, but now it says I'll use 1 charge of 6.
No, don't do it. Okay, so this person has to do talking about succeed a DC 15 saving throw, or be paralyzed for 1 minute. Okay, so let me do a save. DC Constitution. Constitution saving throw. And we'll show it. And the DC is what? 15? And I'm going to request.
15.
And normal. They succeeded. So you do not. So your paralysis does not impact them.
Damn it. Okay. I don't
And
even know.
I let you do this, but like that's not a melee attack, by the way. That's a cast.
But you said if I had something in my hand, and I did have. That's
No,
what
I
have in my.
meant like something to
Like
thump them with. Yeah, like a hitter, if you will, a melee attack weapon. Right? Unless you were readied. Well, actually, you know what? You're right. I think readied doesn't mean that you have to do melee. It's you have an opportunity because you were in a readied state. I'll give you that. So we're good to go. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Right. So it's not really an opportunity attack in the sense that like someone's moving away from you. It's that they open the door and they're like, "Holy shit, there you are," right? And in a comedy, you'd just punch them in the face and they'd bounce backwards like a clown. But in D&D, you were gonna Shazam them with your web. So you guys see Glory pull out her wand and go like Shazam, and unfortunately, it does not have an impact. They have a high enough constitution that it didn't impact them. So that means that they now get to take their turn, and they target Glory because you're right there, and they have this. And they pull they have this dagger in their hand, and it's this nasty looking curvy dagger, and you see it come flying towards your abdomen. And you can use a reaction if you want. You get 1 per round. So it reduces, it hits, you take 5 points of damage, and then immediately you see that dagger come at you again. So like a stab sort of an action. And target again, dagger, normal. All right. And you can use a reaction if you want for this round. Ooh, and it has to roll.
Why do
normal.
I even try?
And it failed, and I rolled the damage. So you actually hurt the cultists. So they did almost as much. Actually, they did more damage to themselves than to you. So way to go, Glory. Way to use them reactions. And that ends their turn. Actually, they're going to use the rest of some more of their movement by pushing through here and here, and they're still within range of you, Glory.
That means
so
I
you don't get an
melee,
opportunity.
right?
Yeah, you don't get an opportunity because they're still within 5 feet, and that ends their turn. All right. Next person is Stefanos. So Stefanos, you're up. You see Glory. You see this sort of door open. You hear it. You see a bunch of blood explode from her, and then this cultist sort of walks through the door, trailing blood behind him.
Yep. I'm going to set a spell of Spirit Guardians.
Good movie of the galaxy, Spirit Guardians of the Galaxy.
And so this is, I call for spirits to protect myself, and they flit around me with a distance of 15 feet. I cast the spell, and any number of creatures I see are unaffected by it, or that I choose can be unaffected by it. So I would choose to unaffect my team members.
Okay.
But everybody that is outside of who I would deem unaffected by it would reduce their speed in half when they're in my area.
So it looks like you can do you, Toph, Alexandria, and Dinjarin.
Yes, and Glory.
No, Glory's, you said 15 feet, right? 5. I think she's 20 feet. If you move your mouse over, I see it says 20 feet. That's 15 feet. That's 15 feet from the square in front of you. You have to start your measurement from the square you're on.
I think I will then take a move first before I cast the spell.
I wasn't gonna say anything, but you know.
So I'll kind of go more central here.
Yeah.
Oh. I can't move my character.
Are you in measure mode still?
I am not in measure mode.
So you have the little play school character selected, and then the little box is selected on your toolbar. Is that correct?
Mm. How do I why can't I unselect my lasso?
The lasso is a toggle, so just click it again to turn it on and off.
Yeah.
So you
I'm
want
struggling.
you want the red block box to be around the person, and then the little square. There should be two little red boxes over there.
Yeah, I have it around both of those. My person and my square. I
Yeah,
still can't do.
I'll move you for now. Is that where you wanted to be?
So now I'm going to enact my spell, Spirit Guardians.
Right, and don't forget to not have don't target anyone that you don't want to be. You have to multi-select a target, right? So I believe you guys hold on control or something. I can't remember.
Can't seem to. This is struggling. I can't seem to target anyone.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what's going on with your stuff here.
Wait, I got.
Did you want to? I actually I can't look at your desktop.
All right.
Oh, you got it. Okay.
Got it.
Yay. I think you have to select yourself too. Yeah. Okay. There you go.
Okay. Cast my Spirit Guardians.
I don't think you want to select the cult guy though.
She
did
didn't.
it.
That's Glory.
Oh, okay.
All right. So you have now Spirit Guardian going. It looks like all of you have that little thing going. It looks like. Maybe.
Did it work on your end, Thomas? Because it says the.
But I only see you having yourself selected though.
It sounds. I got a notification that says it couldn't find the file source, but.
A file?
try.
What?
Yeah,
Did I
I'm
not
quite
update
sure.
your stuff? Let me see if I didn't update your stuff. Hold on. Update that, and yes. I thought I got you. Update complete. So what error did you get?
It said it couldn't find the file source for my spell. I'm gonna try again.
Okay.
Spirit Guardians.
And which spell is Spirit Guardian?
So it says you have no available spell slots with which to cast Spirit Guardians, but I should have had full.
All right. So
Well-
did you cast them with Santa?
Nothing from level 3.
Yeah, hold on. Let's do this. Hold on. To make sure that something's not amiss. So you're all of you guys are selected. I'm just going to do we're going to do a quick freebie long rest. Jaren, Glory. Excuse me. Alexandria. Who else? Toph. Stephanos. Who else is missing? In Tempe. Tyrros does not get to do a long rest. And a long rest. And you should have popped up something on your guys' screens. And that should give you guys back, like, your spell slots.
Sorry, let me try this again.
Well, don't do it until everybody's done.
Okay.
Unless it worked. All right, now try.
Okay.
And how many can you cast? You can cast it on that many people, or is it anyone within 15 feet?
It's any one of my choosing.
Okay, yeah. So not Tempe, because that won't work.
Oh,
He's too
not
far.
Tempe.
Yeah, he's too far away. He's 35 feet away.
Okay. It says, excuse me, sequencer effect could not find the file.
Sequencer effect could not find the file. Did it apply the spell, though? I'm looking at
Yes.
effects. It's Aura of Protection. Who's that? Is that Curtis? Is that you, Curtis? Okay.
Yeah, that's me. Anyone within 10 feet of me has aura of protection.
And Tempe has... His effects are... Speak with animals, lightning arrow, and concentrating. He's concentrating. Your effects, Stephanos, Spirit Guardians. But it's not... Wait, hold on. Yeah, it's not on anybody but you. And you did select other people, right?
I did.
If I drop it onto Toph, does it give her the same thing? Spirit Guardians. Oh, it does. Okay, so let me just drop it on them. Look at that. I learned a thing just now. Okay, let me drop it on Alexandria.
Guarded. Woohoo.
And Spirit Guarded. And then Tempe is Spirit Guarded. And who else is? And then Glory, right?
Yep.
And Tempe, don't feel bad that she didn't take another step to the right to help you out. No, she would have had to take many steps
What are you
to the
gonna
right.
do?
All right, so
I'm
okay.
on Stephanos to
So I don't know what's
remain
going on with that,
safe, first of all.
Stephanos. If that ever comes up again, can you do a screen capture and send it to me so I can?
Yep.
Identify
It just
it.
disappeared so quickly I couldn't
Yeah,
do
it goes so away. It's so annoying. I wish you could like that kind of an error should be like up until you dismiss it.
But I'll do another move
Awesome.
here. And then end my turn.
All right, sounds groovy. Glory, you are now officially up. You've got Cult Mystic Sanalita behind you. In front of you, you see what do you see? You see a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
You see a spider. You see another cultist. You see the sword of a cultist poking out behind some barrels, and you see the legs of a spider. The legs of a spider beyond some blocks, and in the far bottom right of the screen, you see a hand and a sword of another cultist, sort of in the shadows.
So
Yeah, a whole lot going on.
Yeah, I'm interested in, is there any way that I can sense something that's flammable or explosive in this room? It's a storage closet. Is it a storage closet of like alcohol, or is it a storage closet of weapons or anything like that?
Looking at the casks and sort of reading the room of the inn above, these are casks of probably wine.
Okay, so nothing like ammo.
There could potentially be some whiskey, but you can't really read the labels on them.
Okay. I'm going to throw an alchemist fire right in between cult fanatic Nelil and giant spider Vassin.
Okay. So target the two of them and
I don't
roll
know
it.
how to target two of them, but
We'll target the first, and then I think you hold down shift, or is it control? I can't know. What do you guys hold down?
Oh, there we go. I did it. Okay, I got
Yay.
it. Okay. You must target at most one token before attack. What does that mean? I did.
Yep, you did.
So why isn't it working?
Hold on, let me look. Inventory. Alchemist Fire. Alchemist Fire. Sticky adhesive fluid. Actually, you may throw this flask up to 20 feet. Shattering on impact. Make a ranged attack against a creature or object, treating it like a weapon, or on a hit, the target takes 1d4 damage at the start of each of its turn. The creature can end this damage, making a dexterity check. How big of a? You throw this flask 20 feet. Oh, okay. So it looks like it creates fire. It doesn't say how. Oh, that's up to 20 feet. It doesn't say how big of an area. Right.
I
So
used to have the power of fire. I don't know why I don't anymore. I used to be able to create like fire circles and stuff around things, or like create a firewall.
You have that. They're just not prepared.
I don't have it in my list.
I'm looking second level. So you don't have any spells prepared. All you have are your cantrips.
It's because after she drew the card of many things, that she lost all of her magical stuff. She had to go back and re-prepare everything because she didn't have a spell book.
Okay, fine. I don't know then. Then I don't know how big the thing is, but I just want.
It's 20 feet, I think.
No, I mean the. You asked how big the fire is. I don't know.
Yeah, I think from what I understand, it's a 20-foot. It creates a fire of a 20-foot radius.
Okay. So.
I mean, a 20-foot diameter. Yeah.
But it's still not letting me go. It says you must target at most one token, and I have two. So
yes,
do I unselect one?
I think you untarget them. Yes, unselect one, and we'll just apply the same damage to two. All right. Now try.
Potion, yeah. I give up. I really do. I don't.
And it tried. It tried. So you guys see this potion sort of is like, its thorax must have been a little too bouncy. So you see it sort of bounce off some of the thorax and the hairs, and then sort of roll and break open in the open room and burn itself out.
Cool. So I'm gonna move over here.
Don't you need to apply that same attack to the other cultist though, because he was doing two.
No, she did one. She did one. It was one fire, and if it hit, it was going to be the damage was going to be for both of them. But she missed, so she missed both of them at the same time. She didn't throw two different alchemist fires. She threw one, right?
I mean, it really doesn't make sense that I can't deal with fire because I come from half of me comes from fire. So the fact that I can't hit with these stupid fireballs is
so Curtis isn't completely right, because she lost all of her magical weapons. I don't believe she lost her ability to cast, right?
No, because she lost her spell book too. Her spell book is considered a magical weapon. So once she lost her spell book, she has to redo all of her spells with the new book that she got. I've been reading through the player's handbook the whole time. So as a someone who does spells and has a spell book, if you lose your spell book and you haven't taken the time to rewritten them, you have to reconnect to your spells. So basically, on the next long rest, you have to re-prepare all of her spell books because she lost her book with the card of many things.
So to be fair, this is something I didn't realize. But did she lose all of her inventory?
I lost anything with a magical.
Yeah, anything that was magical.
Oh, so you don't even have a spell book.
No, I do
No,
because
I
gifted
bought her
by,
one.
yeah.
Oh,
I
you
bought
did
one.
give her one. Okay. So like let's
Oh.
to be frank, I think this is I don't like to do the retro gaming thing. What's that called? Retcon, yeah. But I do think that you guys have done. When did you buy this? You bought this from the merchant by the river, right? At the last inn.
All the way back
Yeah.
at the very when we first landed in the air.
And you guys have done several long rests. So Gloria, I think in this scenario, I think that you would have known. This was like an oversight. Like this was we didn't know that we need to do this. So I'm going to take this one on me.
I literally just learned this because I was reading it. So I think because it follows the rules that's set out in the books, that's why it's not prepared anymore. But that's all I was saying. Not that she shouldn't have them, because we did a ton of long resting, but it was just reading the rules. That's why I knew.
Okay, so they're now re-enabled, Glory. So like we're back. You're back in business with the good old. You have Burning Hands. You have Scorching Ray. You have Fireball.
Okay, cool. So I just moved over a little bit to the right, and I'm gonna end my turn.
Perfect. Awesome. All right. Ends his turn. Dinjarin, you're up. All right, Sarah's heading to Tinkle Hut.
All right. I'm gonna have to do a diagonal thing, but I'm gonna run over. Oh, why aren't you letting me move again? Run over here. This guy.
I'm waiting to see when it is Alexandria's turn. If she can actually do anything, because she's broken every other time, right? I'm hoping it doesn't do that anymore. And it looks like you missed.
I don't remember. Let me see something really quick. I think I gotta find it. I can't remember if with my second attack I have to hit when I take the attack action, or if I could.
I think
just taking an action.
On a hit, you deal an additional whatever else. On a hit, anyone within 5-foot radius takes thunder damage. On a fumble, your party.
It's my being a paladin. I get a second attack, but I don't remember. I can't find where it is in here because I don't remember if it's just taking the attack action or I have to hit with the attack.
Okay, so that'd be under a feature. It'd be under features.
You can attack twice at once. Whether. Okay, so it's I don't have to hit. I just had to take the attack action.
Yeah, so you get but the other for on the hammer itself, you get all your extra stuff happens only if you hit. So.
Yeah.
Right. So you do you, my friend.
I know.
Right. So you guys see him pull out this maul again. It's been a while, and it comes whap right on his head and hits him hard. Right. You guys hear a thunk. It's almost comedic. It's like a cartoon.
Like Gallagher bursting a watermelon.
And we're gonna roll an injury.
And I use my divine smite on him as well. Just to let you know.
Because you hit him so hard, he takes additional damage. So I'm going to apply. He now has a black eye. So let's hit that.
And I just point at him at the black eye after it happens. I'm like,
apply
that's
black
what you
eye.
get.
There you go, lingering injury. Apply black eye. So now he has a black eye. Poor guy. All right.
That's the end of my turn.
Wow, he is hurting for certain. So I lose 5. I lose 5 for going past here. So that's like 5. How far can he go? 30 feet. So he can go. Right to here. And he goes, he beelines right for Stephanos. Dinjarin's already engaged with his other pal. And tries to bite you. It does. So you feel this spider sink into you. Oop. But because of that, he has to roll this. And then he rolls this. And now you have poison that you have to deal with. And he's dealing with your other crap. So there's all sorts of rolling happening right now. So Stefanos, you need to roll in the chat window, yeah. So you draw a result from the scar. So you have been scarred in your stomach. You have a raised, gnarled scar on your belly. There it is. All right, and that is that. Holy smokes. That ends his turn. Wait, does he get multi-attack? No. That's it. Another cultist comes through the door. It's right here, out of range of glory. Oh wait, Spirit Guardian's damage roll. What? Normal. Oh, son of a gun, because he's within range of you. Now I understand. So succeeded, so that's part of it. And continues his journey. And there we go. Wait, hold on, 5, 10, 15. Oh, you can go one more. All right, so he's there. He targets Toph. Or she, I don't know. I can't see past the robes. And attacks with a dagger. Or no. Attacks with their weapon. Oh, and they horribly miss. But that's okay. They have 2 attacks. Double miss on Toph. So Toph, you see this pretty substantial bad luck's coming at you twice, and both times nothing happens.
I'm coated in butter today. Nothing can land.
Butter. I love butter. All right, this person ends their turn. This person ends their turn. This brings us to this guy. And they just do this. So funny, I'm doing all sorts of stuff that none of you even see. And this guy. It's right to here. And then Alexandria. Proof is in the pudding. Let's see if you were fixed. Oh goodness. Belly gurgles again. My next plan. Step in a room, heading towards Tyrros.
Sorry, that's to the DM. I meant to do that just to you.
Okay. Can you resend that as a whisper? And so I deleted it so no one gets to see it. Can you just whisper that to me with a little whisper feather?
Yeah.
All right, Alexandria, what you doing? What you gonna do when it comes?
Trying to attack.
All right, you're trying to attack, or you are going to attack. Let's be faithful.
Well, one begets the other, hopefully.
Yeah, let's hopefully it does what it's supposed to do.
Just a second.
All right. These work. And what are you attacking with? Can you give us a little bit of
the dagger? I'm once again. Alexandria attempts to attack with the dagger and doesn't see it as an option.
Okay, hold on. I'm looking here. What the hell? So if I go to your inventory, and which dagger is it? Vicious or
Alchemist dagger, which should be
and it is equipped. Okay, so I'm gonna see if I can do it for you, and just because I don't know. Let's see if I'm able to do this attack.
Yeah.
And then are you going to when you roll it? Are you Oh, that's interesting. So it doesn't show up as one that you can actually use. Why is that? You are attuned to it, right?
So I am attuned to it. It shows up as something I can use the ability to like coat it in poison, but not something that I can like use
Well, let's
to
see here.
stab.
So this is I'm doing it on your behalf, and let's see if it lets me.
Mm-hmm.
And do you want to configure it to with weapon or the? Do you want to configure? How would you like to use the Baphomet's Dagger Venom weapon? Do you want to consume one of the 3 usages, or use it as a regular?
So that's an action. That's an entire action. So I just want to do normal stab and then use my second attack and do a second stab.
Okay. How's that? All right. Oh, I have to hit normal for it. Yep, there's that. And then I have to hit your stuff. So you do hit, of course, always. It seems. And you did 9 points of damage. So yeah, you see that that really hurt the cultist. Not having a good day. All right, now use your second attack and see if it works.
Second attack, yeah.
Are you trying it, or are you using the same weapon?
Yes. Or I still don't have the option for it.
Yeah, I got to figure out why that is. It's so doesn't make sense. Hold on, does it not identified? Maybe. Give me 1 second. If you don't mind, I'll do it again. If you don't mind,
yeah, thank you.
We probably just need to. You and I probably just need to at some point
debug it.
Yeah. Okay, so hold on.
Sounds good.
And then we do this again. And nothing is popping up on my end. Oh, target this guy. That's why. And we do this guy here, and we say Baphomet again, and we go yay.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't want to use the ability, right?
No.
Oops. I almost chose usability. That would be bad. And then we say normal. And oh, you crit. So yeah, your second attack hit, so it's a critical hit damage. And then we're gonna have you roll from the critical hit table. You remember how to do that? It's one of your macros. It's a sword with a little swoopy fire. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
So the target loses an additional 3 bludgeoning damage for a blow to the skull. They are dazed and permanently grant permanently grant combat advantage to opponents approaching from whichever side was hit. So anyone who attacks this cultist front, they have advantage. You can roll with advantage, but you have to remember to do that. If it's impossible, which it's not, so we're good. So they take an additional 3 points of damage. So let me say -3 for this poor schmo. 3. Boom. All right. And you've done a lot of good by doing a lot of bad. All right. So this guy creeps from over here. There. Boom. All right, Toph. Toph put some tubes in the guy's ears. How do you like it?
Hooray! All right. I am not a proper barbarian because I actually am not sure I've ever raged before, which is kind of crazy. How do I do that? Oh wait, I think I got it.
I think you just collect rage.
Right.
You're raging.
Oh, I'm super mad.
Seems like it. No one mess with her.
Click on this dude. I'm gonna click on this thing.
I don't know who you're clicking. I don't see anyone selected.
Why are there hearts? Like she's in love.
I'm still charmed by Steph, which is really funny because I'm sure that would have expired by now.
Oh, is anyone else charmed by Steph?
I didn't betraying y'all, so.
Okay, so I'm deleting the charmed because that was from the Santa thing, right?
Yes, it was. Oh man, because I had my cool hearts. Okay, so I thought I knew how to select people, but it's not working for me. So I click on the little token controls and then on the square, right? And then on the person?
So how do you I have different controls as a DM. So I think how do you guys target characters? Someone help her out. It's been a while for her.
I click either control or command.
Target icon, sorry.
Tempe, we have no idea what you just said. You're like sounds like a robot. Oh, now you're good. Now you're good.
Really?
Yeah, your ping.
Oh,
well, your
okay.
ping is 286. It's like it's red. It's very odd.
Right, so I tried command. Let me try control. That didn't do it.
Try control click.
Select target.
There it is.
I got it.
You got it. It's okay. It's been a while. Been a while.
All right. It looks like it knows about my rage bonus. It's a normal roll. I don't think I'm disadvantaged. Yay!
Wow, yeah, you hit hard.
Looks like it's a normal damage. Die.
Yeah, so
Right,
Toph brings her hammer down and just smashes the crap out of this poor little cultist.
Now I want to move.
All right.
Click that thing. And then I do this.
You got it.
Do I get to hit again?
I believe with rage you get a bunch of stuff. I don't have your character memorized, so I have to be honest with you.
I believe barbarians get barbarians do get an extra attack if they attack plus rage. You get like 3 other attacks.
I'm very
Something
excited
like
by
that.
that. It's back. Okay. And let's do my other one. Oh, maybe not so much. Oh, yes.
There it is.
Still. Hooray!
Wow. Holy smokes. Like blood
Now,
everywhere.
I might be done. I'm not sure if it would let me do it again. Will the game stop me?
No.
Okay. Then I think it's just 3.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it's 3 because there's some things that stack too. Because you can rage and do something else. I can't remember what exactly that is. All right, we moved here, and
that was fun.
This guy is going to. Hold on. They're going to ready themselves. Okay. And this brings us to the last little dude. Hey, little dude. Getting ready for that. And I need you all to roll for initiative. We're at the bottom of the stack.
By the way, Thomas, I don't know if you intended this, but when you were moving them around in the other room, it was jumping down to the room and we could see them moving.
Really?
Yeah, at least for me, the map jumped to that room and I was able to see them moving around.
You can see a ghost of them, or you just saw my character, or you saw my
No,
thing, or...
I actually saw the characters moving from place to place. Like I could see you just highlighted someone.
I can
weird.
only see blackness, but it did pull my focus over there.
Yeah, it didn't used to pull the focus away, but now it pulled the focus down to that area.
Oh, but you couldn't see the characters or anything, right? You couldn't see in the room.
I could. It may be because of what like the view I have from where I am, or maybe that. But
oh yeah, you would have seen the person I moved because they
they're in my view.
Oh, Toph, you need to roll initiative in the combat window. Yeah, because they moved into your viewport. And as soon as Toph rolls, then I can. There it is. Then I can go to the next round. Boom. And this time, the top of the stack is Alexandria.
All right.
And you have a dead character targeted, so you want to not do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna loot.
Double click to loot.
Battle looting, that most noble of activities.
Ooh, you got some good stuff.
Excellent.
And I don't think anyone else saw it, right? It's just you and me.
I believe so.
Yeah. So I'm not going to tell anyone what you
Okay.
picked up. I shouldn't even have said that you got some good stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna head.
You're in measuring mode, I can see by the color of the thing. There we go.
Behind the spider. And then if you would be so kind as to stab it with the dagger for me, that would be great.
Absolutely. Normal or the ability?
Wait, sorry, say that again?
Do you want to use it as a special dagger or a regular dagger?
No, normal the dagger. Also, since I'm attacking from behind, do I get like advantage?
I think you get a flanking. It'll automatically do a flanking advantage if it is.
Nice.
Let's see what it does.
All right, cool.
So let's see. Yeah. And you critted again. You're crit-tastic. So the target takes ongoing 5 plus half your level damage round up. So you're a level what? 5? 6? What are you?
I think I'm 5.
Okay, so he's gonna it takes an ongoing 5. So every round it'll take 5 plus 3, which is 8. So remember that this guy gets 8 additional damage every time, and we have to roll your crit. And you've rolled a 20 twice in a row, and then we have to give him the additional 8 for this round. And that was the first attack. I think you get a second, right?
Yep, second attack, second stab.
All right. So let's do this. You target this guy again. Target. And do here.
Did that damage get taken off Toph? Because in the chat it shows a picture of Toph.
What? Oh, did I take it up Toph? I gotta give her back 10.
That's okay.
And hold on, we gotta roll with advantage. And what are we rolling this time? Normal hit. And a kill. And I'm gonna give Toph back 10. And points back up. Boom. Trying to figure out yeah. So it looks like the item pile is targeted by somebody. I wonder if that's part of the problem. All right, Alexandria, that was your second attack, right? Didn't it kill the spider?
Yep. Yeah, but the spider still is not showing up as dead for me.
Yeah, it's not showing up as dead for me either. So we're gonna make it into there. All right. Now it's got spider
Alright,
bits.
Cool.
All right.
But that's it.
Indeed. And then so end your turn, and it goes to.
It's not currently selected as my turn. It says it's Cult Fanatic Nello's turn.
Something weird's going on here. Does it look like? Did I not hit next round? I did, right? Okay, there it is. Hold on. For some reason, it moved your order, so he should be below you. There we go. Okay, now we're good. So this guy's gonna move right here. Doo-dah, doo-dah. 5. I'm gonna move the spider carcass so we don't inadvertently target it, if that's okay with you guys. 5, and it can go another 5. So it's in view. It sees Alexandria right here. It targets you. It's a creepy looking spider. And we say bite. Wait, giant spider feral's target is... that's not targeted. Duh. Okay, now we got it. Bite. Oh, hold on. First, I gotta roll stupid spirit guardian. The thing. And roll that. Normal. And it failed it. So there's that and normal. And there we go. Okay. So now we're good. And that's the end of its turn. Next up is this guy, who's going to ready himself. And next guy is Stephanos. Stephanos, you are up.
Yep. I'm gonna target the spider.
All right.
With my crossbow light.
Sounds good. You having a hard time targeting it? Click it. Click its like the leg a little bit farther from the door.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
I was opening the door.
It was opening and closing the door. Yeah. All right, 7. Oh, it's a miss.
Dang it. I'm gonna complete my turn by moving a little to the right.
Perfect. Here we are. Oh, David, you're still with us, right? Remind me, I need to add you to the combat tracker. Hold on. Oh, you're in the combat tracker.
Oh, I'm in there. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I
good,
just
good,
passed
good.
my turn.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, because on your turn you can still do, say, whatever, right? If there's anything that you want to do in the cage, you're welcome to try. You try picking a lock. You can do all sorts of stuff, right? Okay.
I have nothing on me though, right? Like
you don't.
I've basically been stripped clean of everything. Okay.
And because you don't play in cages very often, it doesn't hurt to search a cage. Can I reach anything?
Right? Gonna suggest doing that.
Yeah, there's a chair, that sort of thing. Okay, so this guy is going to do something different. He's going to move right there. Spins this way, and then now it is Tyrros' turn.
I would like to, in my incapacitated or unincapacitated state, search the cage, have a look around, see if there's specifically search for something that I can pick a lock with, like maybe some small bones or a metal fragment.
Okay, investigation. Okay.
Ooh.
There you go. Yeah. So you notice that in the cage, your little pile of hay, like this, like it's all bloodied and matted. But as you're searching through it, you find this little piece of baling wire, this stiff little piece of baling wire, that is now on your person. So let me add that to your character, unless you don't want it.
Oh no, I will take it.
Thought you might.
Is cult leader Kalinilla still keeping an eye on me, or has the attention been focused to the ensuing battle?
Right now, hold on one second. Let me hit this. Create new item. It is actually a consumable because it can break, or I mean, it can be lost and bent or whatever. Create new item, and need 2 shakes. And images, icons. I'm almost done, you guys. Sundries. Crap. So yeah, let me scroll over while I'm looking. Yeah, there's no one really facing you right now because with all of the action happening, yeah, it is. I don't have any. This is gonna be a mistake. All right, and let me give you this.
Am I strong enough to try and pick the lock quietly?
Yeah, you'll have to do a stealth, and then we'll have to do a sleight of hand.
Yep.
But you have to do that on your next turn.
On my next turn. Okay.
Yeah, because
you're searching was an action.
You got me. Yeah, no, so it's not. So action.
It's in combat, so I understand it's different than when we're just walking around in a room.
Yeah, and so I'm like, it's, yeah, because typically, so I think the investigation would be, you did the investigation check that said if you found something or not, and then the action was that you did find something, and so you've secured it, right? And I'm not going to make you roll stealth because no one's looking at you, but yeah, I think that's the action is that you sort of equipped the item. Does that make sense?
Yeah. No, that's fair. And I'm still wounded. I'm slow, so action is moving much more quickly than I can do things. So that's fair.
Okay. Good. All right, then that's your turn. Dinjarin, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna target this cult leader again.
Sounds fun.
And try again. I'll still use it. And I don't do anything.
That would be a miss.
Okay, well, not anything. I am very tenacious, though. I'll try again.
Okay, I didn't know if you have multi-attack, right? You do, I think.
Yeah, I do. As long as I use the attack, I can hit twice. Mash him right across the head again.
So it hits him hard. Poor little guy. And he's dead. So yeah.
And
explode his head.
I'm gonna move right there in front of this big spider.
All right. You have moved in front of the spider.
And that's the end of my turn.
All right. What's he got? Nope. This little dude just readies himself for if anyone comes through the door. Same. And Tempe. And I'm gonna move the body out of the way so you guys don't have to inadvertently look at it.
I'm doing all I can to address this ping. I think I figured it out.
Oh no, your ping's good now. It's 49.
Yeah. I closed down a bunch of open.
Were you doing work?
Programs. Sorta, but I was also closing down a bunch of. I just quit Figma. I think that's what did it. I'm gonna target this big old spider. I've just been chomping at the bit over here to shoot something.
Has been a while.
I know. And Baphomet's bow of sworn enemy. It says I'm blocked by the wall.
Oh,
I need to
yeah.
move?
You, okay, hold on. That's a thing that I can help you with. Uno momento. Select these. Shift E, and then change movement restriction none. Night restriction none. Wall height 2. Apply. Okay, now try. It's treating the barrels like you're inside of a wall. Did it work or no? Same issue?
Still says I'm blocked. I mean, I can move.
No. There you go. Now you're not blocked. I just deleted the walls.
Okay, still targeting. Donk. I am not going to consume my Baphomet's ability of Sworn Enemy just yet. And do I have advantage? That's the question. As I was readied and concentrated.
Yep, you're got advantage. Double 12s. Is that enough? It is. So Farrell having a rough day of it.
Maybe everyone around him might be having a rough day of it. So you have lightning arrow. Yep.
All right. So dexterity saving throws because of the burst. That is for Toph, Alexandrian, Dinjarin. And the cultist. And go. So yeah, all of you guys that are in the chat window, make sure you do your saving throw. A whole lot of lightning. Everyone succeeded so far. Glory, we need Glory and Toph.
Oh. I don't know why I'm not seeing it.
I need you to roll for me because my computer restarted, so I'm only on Discord.
I gotcha.
You might have to do me too. I don't have the prompt.
And do you want to use Dark One's luck? Nope. All right, you passed. Okay, Toph, you don't. Oh, the prompt is in the chat window, Toph. See the little dexterity saving throw thing in the chat window?
I think I got it.
Alrighty.
That I did.
Look at you all succeeded.
Hooray.
Sons of a guns of a.
Good job, team.
All right. And your concentrating was removed, but you roll injury on a lightning damage table, and this thing has been electrocuted. Your body convulses and seizes. You can hardly even think, much less move. You are paralyzed for 1d2 rounds. Critical hits as a result of paralysis do not cause you to roll another lingering injury. Okay. So let me apply electrocution to this guy. Boom. It is now electrocuted. Paralyzed for 2 rounds. Right click. That means poor little guy for the next 2 rounds can't do anything but lay there. But I'm sure you'll help him up and move him out of the way and be kind to him. You'll feed him a little sugar water, or maybe
Don't feel bad for him at all.
A mealworm, something. All right, Tempe, do you have anything else on your turn or no?
Oh, if I hit, I get to shoot again. So
Yeah,
I'm going to target Blood Cult of the Dragon Herod. I'm not going to consume that. And this is just a normal roll. Oh, stuck
it hits. It hits. Even though that it has partial cover from the spider, it still hit. Yeah, so your arrow flies right over the spider, who doesn't react because it can't react. And yeah, you do a significant amount of damage to Carrot. You see blood splatter out. It looks like you impaled him in the leg. Must have got a major artery there. Because it is this cellar is a mess, you guys. It is a total mess.
We shall bathe in the blood of our enemies.
All right, Toph, you're up. And at the bottom of this round is where we're going to end the game for the night, or for the day, just so you know. I like your big puffy jacket, Stephanos. It looks warm.
I'm having to continuously take the dogs out to potty, and it's cold outside.
Do you mean party? Like at a nightclub? So Toph, you guys don't. I'm gonna say you guys don't ever tell me what you're doing. So I'm always having to sort of retro. She hit with the hammer. So like, if you guys would be help a little bit for me to sort of describe what you're trying to do.
I'm hitting with a warhammer to try and take the blood that's inside of this spider and make it be on the outside.
You know, I couldn't be more delighted with your description because I hadn't said anything like that. Oh my god! And you critically hit.
Hooray!
That was awesome.
Wow. So yeah, Shizubi.
Ah, spider. All the blood's on the outside now. Yay!
There we go. I made it a little bit smaller for you.
Right.
Yeah. So you done killed the spider.
Into my turn.
And this brings us to this person. And they're going to do this. Where's it at? Here we go. Target cell. Do this, and then we say, boom. All right, that ends his turn. We got Gloria. You want to describe what you want to do?
Wait, what did the cultists do?
I'm gonna have you help me out a little bit because I can't see anything. But what I want to do, I want to get into the room and make a dash to Tyrros and hand him something about greater healing. I have a potion of greater healing.
Okay.
But what I don't know is if I'm within, like if I dash to him, am I going to make it to him?
Well, between you and him are at least 9 cultists. So you could make it to him. Especially if you go around. Yeah, you could go around the back wall and bypass most of them. But you can't make it all the way. You mean, you won't make it all the way to him. You'll make it about, I'd say, 3/7 of the way. So just under halfway. Because you can move, what, 35 or 40?
Toss it to him? Or roll it to him?
If you go the path of least cultist and resistance, you would have a bunch of barrels between you and him, so no, you wouldn't be able to toss it to him.
I got it. Okay.
Yeah, and then you'd also be in the room by yourself with 9+. I think if you could see the screen, that would be a scary thing for you.
Okay. My second plan was to, at the next, the closest spider, if there was, I don't know if there's any spiders around me right now. If there's any spiders within, running and jumping distance, I wanted to run and jump at a spider and then use my immovable rod to, stab it so that it can't move.
Yeah, unfortunately, there are no spiders alive, thanks to Toph. You can blame her. Within attack distance of you is, it's hard to tell because you guys are all dressed as cultists. There's a cultist Carrot that you could use the range attack on if you wanted to, and that's really the only one you see. without moving. If you want to move into the room, that opens up a whole bunch of people.
Yeah, you know what? I think I am gonna move into the room. So I'll just kind of like go into the room. But I'm gonna do. But before I do that, I want to be one with the shadows, so that they don't like see me as I go in. Like they might see me go into the room, but like I'll disappear from them.
Okay, so one with the shadows. Okay, so hold on. Let me get you first. Let me move you where you're going to be, and then I'll roll the one with the shadows thing.
Real nice.
My goal is to get Tyrros, to get him the like some healing power.
Okay, so hold on. Why is it not letting me move you suddenly? Am I the only one trying to move Glory, or is someone else trying to move Glory?
It might be because I got kicked out. I don't know.
Okay, so hold on. Let me move this spider out of the way, and then I can try to move you. Oh, you guys are you're connected to each other.
Yeah, we're all following Glory. I was like, I have Glory's perspective. All of a sudden,
I think Glory. I think you're riding this dead spider somehow.
That's okay.
Okay, you're just gonna
Not
move around
out
with the
of
spider. The
character
spider is
at
under
all.
you for a while, like so that you're like this giant corpse of a spider is under you. Yeah, so let me pull you here. Come on. Hold on, guys. I to be perfectly honest with you, have no idea what's happening here. Somehow Glory is riding a corpse. I don't think I've ever seen you guys do that before.
No, yeah. You saw me drunkenly ride a
live spider for sure.
Yeah, no, but I mean, like in the game, I don't remember your guys' tokens attaching to each other. You know what I mean? Like, okay, so hold on. So if I go into here, one second. Unmount. Let's see if this works. Execute. All right, and let's see if that did anything. And now I'll move it. Okay, did it. Okay, and untarget that one as well. Okay, and let me move Glory back to where she's supposed to be. And you wanted Dark One's Blessing, you said?
Yeah, Dark One's Blessing. So I'm in the shadows, but I go into the room.
All right, Dark One's Blessing. Okay, so you're in the shadows, and you want to stay in the shadows, right?
Is it Dark One's Blessing? It's not. There's a blessing that makes it so that if I kill something,
it's one with shadows, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me hit cancel on this.
Get something to 0, then I get 12 or something, or 20. I don't know, something points back or something.
Okay, so you're now one with shadows. Yay for you. Hold on. Target self. Target. There it is. Okay. So you now are hidden, and you want to stay in the shadows, right?
Yeah, and I want to get as close as I can while staying hidden to Tyrros.
All right. So let me do that, and that would take you to about there, in the up against this wall in the shadows, for this turn, and then that ends that turn for you. This person is marksman, so they step over here, and they target Alexandria, and with their longbow, try to lay waste to you. And they do hit. It's a normal hit. And then that ends their. Do they have multi-attack? Yep. So they do it again. Attack. And they longbow ya. Normal. And it's a normal hit. I do another 4 of damage to you. That ends their turn. And then this gentleman is just going to move right here. And you guys, first game of 2024 has come to an end. A session, we're at the bottom of the stack. When we next play, you guys have laid waste to a bunch of cultists. You were pretty nervous at first. There's, there's quite a few left. But your plan for a sort of a pinch point of them coming through the door has worked so far. We'll see how durable it is when we play next time. When we next play, we have to roll initiative and figure out your plans next. Tempe, don't forget, it's to you to, Tyrros, remember that you have a lockpicking item, and we will do the sleight of hands and stealth if someone's looking at you. All right? Any questions or comments?
Awesome.
And then, Melan, you and I can connect between. I'd like to try to fix your problem so you can have the fun of rolling yourself. All right. See you all.
Thanks, everyone.
Everybody.
Bye, everyone.